It is the one thing that you absolutely must shift and hold consciously if you want to create change in your life. And it makes sense at every level. It makes sense from a psychological, emotional point of view, from a practical, logistical point of view, from a spiritual, otherworldly point of view. It doesn't matter which way you look at it. It absolutely resonates and makes complete sense. Whether it's you want to change the dynamics in your relationship, you want to change your financial situation, you want to change your career path and direction, you want to change your lifestyle, you want to change your health, you want to change all of it. It doesn't matter what it is. It's the place to start. It's the place to hold. It's the thing to come back to. It's the number one thing to focus on, and to focus on it every day when you get up in the morning, every night before you go to bed. It is critical.
You're listening to Practical Spirituality with B, the podcast with spiritual advice for your everyday life, helping you align with your soul so you can live with purpose, fulfillment, and magic. I'm Bernadette Logue. You can call me B, and I'm excited to share this episode with you.
Hello, lovelies. So good to be here with you again. We've had a few guests over the last couple of weeks in the podcast and across the various social media, wherever you're tuning in. So today I'm dropping in with you to share something that is like really foundational and really powerful for you, no matter what kind of change you want to create in your life. If it's something really small, micro level, or something really big and it's time for radical life-wide change, this is going to apply to you. So I also, heads up, have two fabulous guests coming up in the next couple of weeks. So you definitely want to stay tuned for that. One of them is a bestie, beautiful soul sister that I can't wait to have with us in the community. So check those out in the coming 2 weeks. So I'm coming to you today from Dubai, and oh my gosh, I love it here so much. I'm so glad to be back in the UAE. I have been away for a little bit, spending time with my family, spending time with my brother and nieces and nephews, and it's been so fun and heart-filling. But it's super cool to be back here. And loving life in this part of the world. So wherever you are in the world today, it's lovely to be dropping in with you. Let's start to talk about the change you want to create in your life and where to start. This is the number one thing that you've got to get it in alignment from day dot, and keep it as the forefront of your focus at all times. Because what I'm about to share with you, I theoretically knew it and I did it and it was powerful, and then I got off track and I forgot how powerful it is, and life became like walking through gluggy, thick mud and swimming against the tide because I forgot this and didn't keep it at the forefront of my awareness. And I'm talking about a lot of unnecessary pain, strife, struggle, and time and precious capacity spent. Okay, so you can avoid that if you pay very close attention to what I share with you in this episode. The number one thing to get sorted when you want to create change in your life is your energy. Everything about reality is energy. You see physical 3D reality. You see physical bodies and physical objects and separation between places and people and things. but the underlying mechanics of the reality that you're living in is energy. Science has proven it. You under a microscope are nothing but a whole lot of vibrating energy, and so is everyone and everything else and all the space in between. And all energy has frequency, and you get to control, like turning the dial on a radio station, you get to control the frequency of your energy. And as you do that, it affects your reality. It affects literally everything. Your mind, your emotions, your body, your relationships, your money, your dynamics of your lifestyle, your career, your business, your everything. Because everything else that we call separate from us is energy, and because that's all just a frequency and a vibration, and you are too. Everything is a tuning into, away from everything else based on this dynamic, right? But it's you know this if you've been listening to any personal growth, any spirituality teachings, you understand this. It doesn't matter what angle you come at it from, science, quantum reality, spirituality, religion, personal growth, self-help, you will find it in different language and different words and different terminology packaged up in different ways, but you cannot escape it. And if you try to escape it, good luck. Because you'll start to wonder what you're missing and what you're not getting and what you're not understanding. And it's this. So yes, you need to have intention for change. Of course you do, but that's energy. And yes, you need to meet life with an open heart and be open to taking action, but that's also energy. And you also need to get out there and do the things that are necessary to be done that will actually spark change in physical 3D reality, but that's also energy. And you need to say the right things and be involved in the right places and spaces, but that's also energy. And so I want to pull it all the way back from the focus on out there. Because the immediate thing we do when we want to create change in our life is, what do I do? What do I do? Big D-O. What do I do? It's not the starting point. And like I have so much love for my younger self and her absolute obsession with doing, because all I did was do. And if I want to change something, I'm going to do something about it. And, you know, I have had a magnificent amount of very positive change in my life and have radically changed every area. But I'll tell you, some of the change came easily because my energy was right, and some of the change was like dragging myself through mud, because I was doing from a foundation of super funky, not cool energy. So this whole approach to creating change in your life, you want to fix a conflict with someone, or you want to attract a loving relationship, or you want to, you know, create the opening or the awareness of a new direction for your life, lifestyle, business, career, whatever it is. Your mind doesn't have all the answers. And no matter how much research you do and how much you fill your mind with knowledge, there is an underlying dynamic in our reality that is miraculous and magic-filled and involves synchronicities and right time, right place, divine time, divine order, where your energy is doing a lot of the quote work, interacting with the energy of life itself, and is swirling and moving like cogs in a machine behind the scenes that you cannot see, bringing to pass that you become aware of or cross the path of, or just by happenstance, you know, randomly, quote, randomly, happen to see the right opportunity or the right information or whatever it is. All of this is energy moving, okay? And you want to understand that your energy is so powerful. You are a walking, talking broadcast to life. Now, if you think about whatever you want to change in your life, close your eyes, bring it into mind. What is it that you're wanting to change, achieve? Now notice you may be wanting to get away from something that's not working. So that's I need to fix. I've got to fix something, a conflict, a problem in my body, a problem with my money, a soul-sucking job, whatever it is. I've got to fix this. Okay. Or I need to get something. It's not about fixing something. I need to get something more. I need to get a better circle of friends. I need to get a loving relationship. I need to get a better home to live in. I need to get more money. I need to get something. Now, notice also that it's highly likely, because you're tuning into this, that you don't know how to get that. And so notice, if you've got your eyes closed as requested, that when you need to fix something that you don't know how to fix, or you need to get something that you don't know how to get, how does it make you feel inside? How are you feeling? Sense into your body. And what most people will notice is it does not feel good. It feels contracted. Your energy is telling you the state of your frequency. It's telling you, I am contracted, I am tense, I am ill at ease, I am tight, I am stressed, I am anxious, I am worried, I am feeling small, I am feeling alone, I am feeling unsure. That is enough to tell you that something has to shift and it's not out there. The starting point is, I want to have my energy state be one of calm, of ease, of trust, of faith. Okay, and because you're here with me, and I'm B, and this is the spirituality space, right? This is practical spirituality with B. And because everything I do is about supporting you to walk through your life knowing that you are a soul incarnated on the planet with a plan and purpose, and you are connected to all of reality and all of creation. You are from source and everything else is from source, and so you are forever connected, and your energy is thus very powerful. We come at this from the perspective of, I can have calm and ease within, no matter how big or how many things I want to fix, change, or get in my life, because I can have that trust and faith because I am a soul, I am source, I understand how this reality works. I am not doing this alone, and my energy is very powerful. So we do not want to focus on firefighting symptoms. We do not want to focus on the external alone. We're not stupid, we're not unintelligent, we don't ignore what's going on in our life, we don't bury our head in the sands, but we know if we want to create a change in something, we don't fiddle around with the symptoms. We don't try and get our hands on stuff we can't control. We come back to the underlying number one most important thing about reality, energy. We come back to the number one most powerful place that we can affect change by shifting inside of ourselves. I was chatting to one of the guests that's coming up on the podcast, and I was saying to her that I often reflect on the times in my life where things have been flowing and things have opened up, synchronicities, opportunities, things have happened with ease, and it's felt like slipstream. And those are the times when my energy was trusting, in faith, calm, and that was a huge focus point. And then I think about the times where everything was really, really, really difficult, and my energy within was not trusting, was not in faith, was feeling disconnected, did not sense or come from my spiritual core center, and was in tension, anxiety, fear, doubt, being over controlling, focusing on the outer, doing everything in the outer to try to make things happen. And you can do as much as you want like that. But if your energy underneath is anxious and fearful, doubting and mistrusting, you got an uphill battle, okay? You're going to have an uphill battle, and it's not necessary. So what we want to do is always just come within, close your eyes, feel inside your body. How do you feel? Do you feel contracted or light and expansive? Do you feel resistance, upset, frustration, or do you feel calm, allowing, trusting? What's going on inside of you? Because the moment you close your eyes and you feel how it feels inside your body, you're going to get the answer about what your energy is doing, because it will show up in your mental state, your emotional state, and your physical body. So all you need to do is pay attention to how the state of your mind is, what your feelings are inside your body, and what your body is actually doing as it carries all of that around. Now, what you want to then do is simple ways to relax, release, and come into a sense of calm within. And because we're about spirituality and soul alignment, that includes coming into a state of surrender, remembrance that you are soul and you are source made manifest, coming into a state of trust and faith in that. And all we're going to do, 2 techniques that I highly recommend to everybody, all my one-on-one clients, all my clients in the Soul Odyssey membership and community, and that is number 1, breathing, number 2, EFT, emotional freedom techniques, also called tapping. And let's add a third in, because this wants to be a part of your daily life anyway, meditation. When you do breath work, diaphragmatic breathing, you send calming signals to your brain and body, you regulate your nervous system, you support yourself to come into a state of ease. The sense of contraction and tightness releases, and you're able to breathe more freely. Your body comes into a state of equilibrium. When you do emotional freedom techniques, also called tapping, you actually can name how you feel inside, resistant, tense, doubting, fearful or anxious, whatever it might be, and you use that technique to name and accept and allow the feeling and begin to release the tension that's being carried. It's like an energetic reset that happens inside your brain, your body, and your energy system when you use that technique. It's very, very powerful. I love EFT because when we do it in Soul Odyssey in the community, when I'm doing it one-on-one with clients, I bring in a lot of the spiritual vantage point, a lot of language and conversation that brings you out of your fearful small self and into your empowered, relaxed, wise soul self, and back into connection, remembrance of your divine true home, the source that supports you. And just in that remembrance, you relax, you release, you come out of contraction, you expand, and your energy resets. Okay? And then the third one is meditation. Going within, going into the deep space, eyes closed, into the darkness, into the no thing, the nothingness, the silence, where you have a more acute awareness of your connection to all that is. That in itself brings you out of visual stimulation, mental stimulation, emotional stimulation, external noise, external entertainment, external focus on all the problems or the things you want, away from all the interactions with other people in life and into this sacred space that is available to you in a nanosecond if you close your eyes and you go deep into the darkness behind your eyelids, block out all the noise around you, and sit in the no thing. Sit in the silence. Be with yourself and source in that sacred space within. When we use breathing and we use tapping and we use meditation and we use it regularly, we can be masters of our energy. And your energy frequency, when you are calm and you have ease inside your body and your mind, and you are in utter surrendered trust and faith, then things around you resolve much more miraculously than if you try to get your hands on and do and try to fix stuff from your human doing self. And when you want to create things in your life, you already know what you want to create. Your intention is already set. You already know how amazing it will feel when you achieve, experience, and get that thing. So then just put your energy in a completely high vibration state of calm, ease, trust, and faith. Miracles happen. Synchronicities happen. Beautiful unfoldings. Opportunities. In ways that your mind cannot make up and come up with. In ways you can't consciously plan for and make happen. Right? Your energy is so, so important. And I want you to think about this. Just practically speaking, who are you being in the world when you're walking around contracted and you're walking around inside a whole lot of mind noise that says, I've got to fix this and it's not working and I can't figure out how to fix it and I want to get this, but I feel so tight in my chest because I don't know how to make it happen and I feel so stressed and I've got to do it and I feel like I'm doing it all on my own and I'm a bit afraid and I'm not really trusting. Now I can feel inside my body as I'm saying those things to you, as an example, I can feel my actual chest contracting because my brain and body have memory of what that felt like in the past, and I can wind myself into that state if I put my mind there and I put my words there. My chest will tighten, and I know if I get you in a room one-on-one with me and I filled you up with all of that kind of BS, you would contract too. In fact, you might be in that contracted state right now. Because we all know what it feels like, right? Have some compassion for yourself. We've all been there. It's not good. Now, imagine walking around in the world in that contracted state. Now go and take some action and tell me how effective is your decision making going to be. Tell me how effective is your communication going to be. Tell me how are you going to be in your relationships and what is your tone of voice going to be like? What's your body language going to be like? What's your facial expressions going to be like? And how are other people going to take you and perceive you as they interact with you? I'll tell you right now, it massively affects your career. It massively affects your intimate relationships, your friendships, your business, the way you show up on your social media, the way that you walk around in everyday life, your seemingly, random interactions with other people. That energy is literally creating your life. It's not that your life is just unfolding and then you're having a bit of funky energy and it's making it more difficult. That energy is literally creating your life. I remember a couple of years ago having the same recurring problem happen in my 3D life, and it happened like 4, 5, 6 times, and it was stressing me out, and I was like, why is this happening? And then I realized I was carrying around fear about that very thing happening, and lo and behold, over like 3 months, it happened 6 times. And I was like, oh my gosh, I had this absolutely like shocking moment after all these years of doing this work, of recognizing that I had literally manifested and created that problem. And the moment that I realized it and I laughed about it, it was this huge release. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can totally shift this. And I did, and it never happened again. But now I want to ask you, what would it be like if right now you were in utter and total surrender? You felt complete relief inside your beautiful body. Your heart was completely open. Your mind was really calm. You knew there was nothing that you had to do, sweet being. You don't have to go out and fix anything. You don't have to urgently figure anything out, okay? And with all the beautiful things you want to bring into your life, there's no strain or stress to work really hard to try to make that happen. Just come within, understand how powerful your energy is, and that all of life is very happy to support you with that, but you've got free will. And you have to use your free will to become masterful with your energy. And how do you feel when you know you can trust and have faith in that? And how beautiful it is to know that it's not about working hard or trying hard to figure things out. There's a lot more ease and grace about it, and beautiful synchronistic and magical and miraculous things occur when you stand in that space. And then imagine taking yourself out into the world and interacting with others, and how different your energy is, and how your facial expressions, your body language, your eyes, everything shifts and brightens in this relaxed and released state. Now, how are you likely to be with your decision making, your interactions, your conversations? How will people take you in that different energy state? And what becomes possible as life responds to your energy, far beyond what you can see in your current circumstances and in just what's in your visual eyesight, but far beyond across the entire planet, as all the energy of life begins to shift in response to your energy, because that's how powerful your energy is. Incredible things occur. So you say, I want to change XYZ about my life. Where do I start? You start with your energy. So if you want more help with this, if you are a person on a spiritual growth path, you're my person and I'm your person, because that's what we're all about here in my community. And I welcome you to come over to my website at www.bernadettelogue.com, and I invite you to click on Soul Odyssey on the main menu. Soul Odyssey is a membership community with live coaching support and a comprehensive learning portal, a deep dive program which is A to Z for spiritual growth, personal growth, to understand everything about your life from the soul journey perspective, from the spiritual vantage point, including everything that you need to shift your energy, to understand how to be masterful with your mindset, your emotions, clearing your energy, elevating your vibrational frequency, and having this experience of being a creator of your beautiful life and in alignment with a higher purpose with deeper meaning, so that you can show up in the world as your most authentic self. Leave the small, suppressed, fearful and anxious and stressed self behind. Live from a beautiful, centered, trusting, faith-based, powerful, divine soul self that you really are. If that sounds like your vibe, you will be very welcome to join us in our beautiful community. Again, you can go to www.bernadettelogue.com. If you're joining, I look forward to seeing you inside the members area, and I'll be back next week with the next episode in the podcast. We've got some fabulous guests coming up, so stay tuned.
Thanks for listening to Practical Spirituality with B. I'll talk to you next episode for more spiritual advice for your everyday life, helping you align with your soul so you can live with purpose, fulfillment, and magic.